What is going on YouTube? So today I'm going to be going over some interesting tinfoil hat theory on GameStop and why I believe AMC and GameStop are about to repeat what happened back in May. But before I do get into why I believe that, make sure to go down and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, because I do update you guys on GameStop and AMC stock every single day. And over the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be going on a business trip, so I may not be uploading every single day, but I will try my best to get a video out every single day. But you know, ever since the filing came out that Roaring Kitty sold all his Chewy, GameStop has been in an ascending wedge. And normally GameStop does do this before a massive breakout. I mean, we're getting bull flag after bull flag. It just keeps on freaking going. This past week was just a week of consolidation, and you know, the past 2 weeks have been short weeks. Going into this next week, it's also going to be another short week. I would not doubt if it's another week of consolidation, but it's going to be really interesting what happens on January 9th. Obviously, the market is going to be closed, but I am predicting a Roaring Kitty tweet on January 9th. And there is some crazy tin we're about to get into right now, but the volume isn't there. The only thing that's going to bring volume right now to GameStop is either if Ryan Cohen announces some crazy stuff, or if Roaring Kitty makes a post or does a portfolio update. That is really it. AMC has been consolidating here at $4 for now over 3 weeks, and we did have this falling wedge drawn out on AMC, and it's clearly broken out on the weekly chart as well on the daily chart. So going into this next week, I do believe AMC will start to see some higher highs. It actually almost looks like an inverted head and shoulders may be forming here at the bottom of $4. So we can hit a high of around 420, come back below to like $4.05, $4.10, and from there we may get our big break. You know, there's no saying how high we can go, because back here, well, AMC was trading at $2.90, and I kept making videos because I believed something big was coming. Everyone was saying there's no way AMC will ever hit $10 again. It happened within 2 days, guys. And you know, a lot of people are still commenting on my channel saying, bro, give it up. You know, give it up. You're talking about this every day. Guys, I'm talking about it every day because it's inevitable. It is going to freaking happen whether you like it or not. And some people are going to miss out on this, and some people are also going to make a lot of money on this. So who are you going to be? Who are you going to be? Are you going to see the freaking signs that's freaking happening right before our eyes, or are you just going to let it pass up? Like I've been saying on my channel, you know, AMC gaps up into the squeeze. It happens real quick. GameStop has an uptrend before a squeeze. Obviously, this uptrend that we're in right now, it's 10 times bigger than what happened back in May. And May was only going up for like about a week before it squeezed all the way to $80. Now, we've been going up for nearly over 2 months now. 2 months of just going freaking up, over 2 months. So I believe this squeeze that is coming up is going to be bigger than May, and it might possibly be bigger than January of 2021. It really might be bigger. So on January 3rd, 2 days ago, Robinhood quoted one of Greg's posts. He said if you bought one Bitcoin 10 years ago, it would now be worth one Bitcoin. Let that sink in. And then Robinhood said, still true, happy birthday Bitcoin. And then Greg commented underneath this post, and he said, my birthday is in 10 days. So in 10 days from January 3rd, that means Greg's birthday is on January 13th. Like I've been going over on my channel, Greg is more than likely Roaring Kitty. I mean, more than likely. Who else would it freaking be? It has to be Roaring Kitty. So the last time that the 14th of the month fell on a Tuesday, GameStop and AMC squeezed. The last time that the 14th of the month fell on a Tuesday was May 14th of 2024. And January 14th of 2025, next week, not this coming week, but next week is also going to fall on a Tuesday. Greg said in his post that we just went over that his birthday is on January 13th. What do you do on your birthday? You open gifts. You open boxes. So I really do believe Roaring Kitty may do a portfolio update sometime this month, and I do believe it can possibly be on January 13th. He really is just waiting for the perfect time, because he knows if he does a portfolio update and he has a crazy amount of GameStop shares, he knows what it's going to do to the stock. It's going to be uncontrollable. I mean, the amount of people that are going to just buy GameStop just because Roaring Kitty did, it will be freaking insane. We saw what happened with Chewy. You know, we saw what happened to Unity. Just because he posted a gif of Rick James wearing a Unity ring, it sent the stock up like 15%. And obviously it didn't continue because no one knows what Roaring Kitty is holding in his portfolio. It's a big mystery that no one knows. And I really do think that's what's inside the box, in my opinion. Obviously, it could be anything. This guy said, I always knew Greg/Roaring Kitty was good at math. So Greg made this post. He said, presidential elections should be limited to people aged 21 to 60, not 35 to 109. So these three numbers, 21, 35, and 60, the LCM of these three numbers is 420, meaning it's the smallest number divisible by all three. So 420 is divisible by 60, by 35, and by 21. I mean, talk about tinfoil hat theory. I told you guys a while ago, it's never going to end. It's going to keep on coming, and it is getting freaking crazier with every day that goes by. Every day there's something new freaking coming up. And I believe it is just Roaring Kitty throwing us signs. I really think that's all it is. This guy said, notice the lack of the final update in the recent update. So back in 2021, Roaring Kitty was doing, a couple of updates every now and then. He did one in March, April, and then on April 16th, he said this is the final update. As you guys see, his last update was on June 13th, so over half a year ago now. And it was just GME YOLO update. It didn't say final update or nothing like that. So I wouldn't doubt if he does come back with a portfolio update. And it's freaking crazy. It's numbers that no one could even imagine. What if he comes back and he has $1 billion in GameStop? What do you think is going to happen? I'm not saying he has $1 billion in GameStop, but he can. We don't freaking know. I mean, he could have been day trading this whole time. He could have freaking $2 billion in GameStop for all we know. This guy said, how the frick is this even real? The stock market is fake. Buy and hold AMC. So this is the past year for Cinmark, and this is the past year for AMC. Down 27% versus up 121%. They basically have the same business model. If the box office does good, then both of these businesses are going to do good. Obviously, one is owned by institutions and the other one is owned by retail investors. And people are going to say it's corporate action. People are going to say it's Adam Aaron diluting the stock. And I totally get that, but the buying pressure has not went anywhere. The on-balance volume for AMC is at an all-time high right now, meaning people are buying the stock more than ever before. It's all about supply and demand at the end of the day. So if people are going to start buying a stock like freaking crazy, it's going to cause the price to go up regardless of what the stock is. And right now, the buying pressure is there for GameStop and AMC. They've been holding it down for a very long time, 6 months now, over 6 months since May. And time and pressure is what launches rockets to the freaking moon. This guy said GameStop printed an inside candle on the weekly. The chart looks primed for an explosive move. Perfect timing for a catalyst. So yeah, normally these inside bars just means it's consolidating. So on the weekly, we got an inside bar right here, just a week of consolidation. Over here, we had 2 weeks of consolidation when it hit that high of $32. Now we hit a high of $34, and I wouldn't doubt if this coming week is another week of consolidation here at around $31, $33. And it's not a bad thing because we're just making a freaking stairway to the moon. At this point, we really are. And I believe when we do break past $34 and $35, it's because we do get some crazy news. I mean, we're trading at $31 and nothing has came out for GameStop. The only thing we've gotten in the past month, in the past 2 months, are 3 Roaring Kitty posts. That's the only thing that GameStop is going off of right now, GameStop stock. So you could imagine what's going to happen if a catalyst does come out. And it's good news. I mean, Roaring Kitty buying more GameStop is good news. Ryan Cohen saying freaking anything at this point is good news. 2 stocks that I am keeping my eye on this week, though, this coming week is Mara. I do believe Mara will break past $20 this week. I'm loaded into a bunch of $20 calls. Obviously, all the profit going back to GameStop and AMC. And Tesla. Right when Donald Trump came into office, Tesla freaking mooned. Now he is actually going to be in the White House within the next 2-3 weeks. And I believe Tesla will be hitting $500 by the time Donald Trump is in the White House. So I am longing Tesla. I am longing Mara as well. And all the profit I'm taking from those 2 plays going right back to GameStop and AMC. That is about it. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did make it to the end of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you guys doing? Make sure to go down and subscribe. Like I said in the beginning of my video, I am not going to be home over the next 2 weeks. I'm going on a business trip. I'm going to be out there. So I'm going to try to get, a video out every single day. I'm going to try my best. But if I don't, it's because, I'm busy out there in the freaking mountains. This coming week, though, it is going to be huge. I am predicting a Roaring Kitty tweet January 9th when the market is closed. And then come January 13th, Greg is going to have some presents to open. Let's just hope it's a YOLO update. Let's just hope Roaring Kitty bought more GameStop stock, because that will send it literally past $60. We're going to see another 100% day for GameStop and AMC, and I believe we are going to see it very soon. But I will keep you guys updated on what happens with GameStop and AMC stocks, so make sure to stay tuned on my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. As y'all know, I'm buying the dip.
Here we go. Come on, push it. Buying the dip.